This is Michi Hoyer, this is Avid Chronic Racing, and this is another session in the Formula Renault 2.0 around Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, around Canada, around Montreal. So after a considerably good race yesterday, I definitely want to make use of the little time we do have and further improve the setup right there. So P4 was not bad for the first run, considering all the activity that happened though. That could have been a lot better, but anyway, it is what it is. As I said, probably for a first race in the first week, with that track and car combination, it was not that bad. So yeah, let's see how this is working out. Hey Enzo, wondering of what kind of account that is. I thought you were called Enzo Juju, so that changed probably. Is that a new account on your side? Anyway, thank you very much for joining me in here. I quickly want to re-quit, continue. It's because of out-tabbing it some sort of destroyed my window. So yeah, that dive bomb really killed my race yesterday, and I have looked at it from the stream again. And there was some guy called, I'm not sure, I think I forgot his name, UQ TV or someone, that was saying that guy behind me probably got mad after me weaving all over the place. And I have looked at the footage twice, and I was going in the middle of the road more to the left hand side, and I kept my line, and even though in turning point I still kept my line, I really kept the place to the left hand side of the track to a very constant rate, and the other guy just dive bombed in there like no matter what. So that is my personal view on the incident of yesterday. But anyway, I mean, I can't help it right now. It's a new day, it's a new chance. So let's see to make that a better opportunity, hopefully. I still might need to work on the setup side of life. Oh, there you go. That was the reason the car was so rigid at some point. It was just set up stupidly, really stupidly wrong. So with that being said, I had the rear left end was softer than the rear right end, which was giving me probably the bad balance. Ah, there you go. So Michael, there is Robert now into the show, and the reason why he's not here on the radio right there is because I was running super late, and I just got home like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and we probably have to sort that out, getting a little bit better planning on all together, and make them shows being a lot of more informative right there. But that's gonna make it for today again. Maybe there will be even some other streaming of Formula Sim Racing Winter Series after that one. Let's see about that. First of all, I just want to get into a rhythm. So Robert is suggesting the front slow bump to be lowered by 2 to 3 clicks, and by 1 in the rear slow rebound. So I'm gonna do that in a split second. Front slow bump, and a lower 1 slow rebound in the rear. That's gonna need to make it to my brain. Robert Wolf. Who is Robert Wolf? I do know Andreas Wolf, who is a great goalkeeper of the German national handball team. And don't spoil, guys. I think currently they are playing against Spain. We need to win that in order to make it to the semi-finals. So I hope they do good while I'm sitting here racing. And now probably with the rear end now being soft as well, I think I am fearing having that understeer in my car that I was getting rid for it around Canadian Motorsports Tires Park. That was where the rear end really got good. You got unstable there or a little bit wiggly, but all over the general car balancer was fine. So that was I think lower front slow bump. 1, 2, 3, maybe just 2. And the rear bump stiffness. I know the rear bound stiffness. That is going 1 click softer right there. So there you go. No racing freaks, it's not hard to make a call on Discord, but I don't want to mess around with that right now. So we're gonna keep that for a second show. The week is still long, it's just Wednesday, and that week goes until Monday on iRacing. So, and by the way, I do need to have a guy sitting here on the chat, watching out for some interesting people. If they come in again and say I'm banned and Christopher Kopp is banned and actually Formula Sim Racing does not exist anymore, that needs to be dealt on. I think I immediately felt the changes though of Robert, well, that he was suggesting. So let's see if I can get a lap together. And let me guess, and it should work in the hairpin, because I feel like the front end is a lot better in slow speed corners on the front end. That way it feels like to me. Oh, Wolfgang, are you right? Is Handball Germany played just 20? That could be it. I was so used that the German national team is always playing 18-15. So probably now we got the late game of the day. Yeah, you could be absolutely right. I haven't checked it though. Yesterday I was coming home and I was reading a message on my phone of my trainer saying even in handball now there's dirty talk going on. And I was like, oh no, I missed that German handball game again. So after my stream I went off the air, went into the internet, and I could not find a result, or I could not find a replay of that game. Then finding out that we play today rather than yesterday. Oh yeah, that was a bit fun. So, Robert, since I see the crowd asking for you, you could come on Discord right there. Let's just break my promise and mess around with everything short before that race. There you go. Let's see where I can get you. Down there. Try it. Now I need to fix that sounding thing again. That is weird. There comes a quick OK, and I think I'm gonna be joined by him right here on the session. Now my window is broken again. Anyway, could be worse. Right. Was that actually Robert accepting the call? Ah, there you go.
Hello.
Bzz, bzz. Put your vibrator away and get on with the business.
Do I have to? I can do both.
If that would mean that the echoing that is behind your voice is leaving, then yes, please do so. Go ahead.
Sorry, okay. Okay, so what seems to be the problem? How's the car right now?
The car felt a lot better around the slow speed corners, a lot more pointy on the front end. However, now it was like
I would expect
that the rear was all over the place. Yeah,
that
William.
I can.
Let me just retry it again. That setup should still be on right there.
Sure.
Yep. Because in that moment when I spun on that turn 5 or 6, there was another guy being in my way.
Sure, no problem. Just give me 1 second and we'll be back in 1 minute tops.
No worries. Nah, I can't do that without breaking my windows, I assume, because I have to now readjust on the sound again. Otherwise I do not hear Robert, or you guys won't hear him as well. Still not satisfied with that. That should make it work. So let's let them guys pass and get ready for putting some good laps. I lost the car on the braking of turn 9 and 10, so that chicane in the end of the second sector. For some reason, when being on the brakes or when starting to turn in right there, the car sort of snaps into the corner. It's not resulting in a spin, but it's like the actual turn-in momentum on that first corner is too hard. I can see where this lap is going already. Yeah, exactly there. Right to the trash. Really guys, cutting the course was my least problem right there. Robert, can you hear me by the way? Not sure that if that guy is.
Sure can.
That is good.
No problem at all. No problems at all.
You still have the chat open, don't you?
Just give me 1 more second, I'm just finishing something up and I will be totally committed to helping you, so just 1 second.
No worries. Everything fine, just wanted to make sure.
Ooh, I just spotted that we have an unusual guest. I will deal with it.
Unusual, you say? It's probably some of my recently most active guests in the chat, but only for a while until you see him. Better get some camouflage in there.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Wolfgang, for your help there. I'm sure he already is subscribed, otherwise he would not even know that I would be live.
By the way, do you mind if I eat some dark chocolate? I'm a big fan of it.
No, not at all.
So, how's it going, chat? Did you miss me?
I think Racing Freaks missed you quite a lot there.
Really?
Yeah. I think the chat might confirm.
Oh, Michael, I would totally do that, but you can't do it permanently. You only can get rid of someone for the period of one stream. So whenever Michi comes back with another video stream or whatever, I will have to do this once again. So there is no perma solution for that, which is a shame. But yeah.
Yeah, I fully agree on that, because that should be possible. But however,
this he is helping our view count. He's visiting the stream, so he's helping promoting the show. So we should thank him in some way.
yeah, I totally agree with that. So I cannot get a clean lap right now.
It's not an issue, to be honest. Getting clean lap only gives you an idea what's the speed of the car like at the moment, but you don't need clean lap to actually see if a car handling is at the point when you feel comfortable with.
To be fair, it's too understeery, not turning enough, and I think that could be down to the suspension change I did. You remember that yesterday I turned the rear suspension down from 158 to 140, but today I just realized I just did it on the left hand side. But currently I'm thinking about pulling that completely backwards again to 158.
Yes, this could contribute a lot to giving you a better feeling at the rear end, with it being more responsive. Yeah, I can already see this being a bit of an issue. The rear end seems to be somewhat in a lazy state whenever you try to turn. That is not only a spring issue, it's more of a damper issue. And you know what? We're gonna do something really drastic. It can give you a lot more oversteer snap oversteer in braking, but if it still is somewhat stable in braking, then this change should help you a lot. So we should go with at least 2 clicks down on rear rebound, slow rebound, and 1 click up on your rear slow compression, bump stiffness, that is.
Up, okay. Spring rate 158 then?
Let's try without this change. Let's try with 140, okay. And if it's still not enough, then we're gonna go 1 up.
Because the car felt a lot more
guys,
pointy.
How do I sound like? Is the sound a little bit better? I'm trying something out, and I'm really curious how it's working out.
To my personal note, the sound is a lot better than what it has used to be. Voice is a lot clearer.
You know, I'm gonna really surprise you, because remember with the last few moments before the end of the stream when we sort of briefed ourselves after 24-hour race all together on one channel.
Yeah.
That was the moment when I tried calling you from my cell phone, not my headset and my PC. And now then, from then, I sort of thought that maybe I should try this, just going by the phone, and seems to be working, so I shouldn't really complain. But really, if we gonna grow on this channel enough, then maybe I'll invest into buying a pro microphone like Blue Yeti or something like this.
Oh, that would be something on my end as well. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It increases the quality of the whole video by a huge amount. But how's the car? I've already seen that you seem to be a lot more happy with how it's handling, and the time shows it.
Yeah, but I agree with what they said in the chat right there, that it's pretty... Whoop! That never happened before though. I can't get 2 or 3 clean laps together. Simply can't. And I don't know whether this is too low temperature at all. Have you seen that meanwhile? I know that you are some split seconds behind.
Let me see the replay, because I've missed this moment. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
It's not on board though. Wait.
And it's not an issue. Oh, you just it seems to be breaking out on curbing.
On the curb, so... yeah. Well, I haven't had that yesterday.
It's an issue of fast dampers, which simply just don't play well with curbing. But since it's not a 4-way damper solution, it's a limited solution that we can actually do with it. But yeah, I will try to do at least something. But for now, I need to. Let me see what's on the chassis side. Okay. Go a bit lower, please.
I like that noise of thinking though.
Okay. First of all, let's go down on most towards 0 on anti-roll bar preload. That's first thing that I'm thinking about, and then give it 1 or 2 more clicks on diff preload.
Okay. We won't have too much time anyway checking out on those settings, because it's end of session already. That was why I was saying probably get him on another show, since now that race is already ready for us. Give it a quick drive though.
Oh, thank you there, Falcon. That's good feedback from you, thanks. what? Michi, have you seen your donation window?
Oh, yeah, I got that donation right yesterday evening, I think. So yeah,
Someone's generous.
since since Robert is talking about it, thank you very much, Matt Miller, for having a donation right there. That was really great support. And I was going totally flipping yesterday already, and I know that you've contacted me earlier on with email. So I was not too surprised because you were simply asking for that link, but still, that was really overwhelming, and it's all overwhelming support you guys are giving right there to me, and I can't thank you guys enough. Which gets me to a little thing I would like to talk about, and that is my subscriber goal. So for those who've watched carefully at once, what is standing it right there. Since I was getting so much support of you guys, and I promised you that I'm gonna plow it back on the show, I decided to get myself a second camera up as soon as I hit the 1,000 subscriptions. So the more you guys support me, the earlier you will see additional point of view from my end. Yeah. And I got some plans in my head, still need to see how they work out in the end. So that is why my subscription description has changed, or subscription goal description has changed rather than the goal itself, as it still stays with the same date, since I want to stay on that YouTube partnership program. But in order to celebrate this, as soon as I hit the 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna put up a very good second camera on my end. Probably not immediately right then, but I seriously get one then at that point. So that is my some sort of gift in order to make you help me reach that goal. And another goal definitely is to get it a fast lap done around that Gilles Villeneuve circuit. That guy ahead has really some low wings with the high top speed he has. So anyway, puts us into the garage to unfuel the car. So once again, chaps, thank you very much for all of your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all of your donations you've done. I really appreciate what's happening right there. So, have you seen a little bit of the car balance there, Robert?
And just I'm gonna use this moment to also thank Matt Miller for contributing, because Happy Michi is really good for me. I want to see Michi as happy as he can be. So thank you a lot for contributing. So yeah, any feedback on the car? How do you feel?
It felt pretty planted and settled.
Okay. Is there anything that you would see improved in a drastic way? I mean, of course, you would like to have like 3 or 4 seconds faster lap times on a car, but I'm really asking, is there anything that really stands out, that really bothers you quite a lot, and you feel that this isn't right and this should be solved straight away?
Could be the front end not being turning enough on turn 2, and generally feeling a little bit of understeer. But I am afraid that with 1:30 into the session, you have to hurry, because otherwise...
Okay, so let's do this. You go 2 clicks higher on your rear pressure.
Okay.
If you can, of course, because I don't know if you still have time.
I can.
Try this. It should already feel a bit better for you.
Let's see. DC Gaming will definitely keep up the work, and keep doing those shows more often. That is for sure. At some point I'm definitely gonna create a playlist where you will see me having Robert on the show, or where you see me having a setup guide, or where you see me with Robert together doing a setup guide and stuff like that. So That's going to be in one of those playlists very soon. I'm not too sure right there if now the car is too oversteery. Let's see if I can get up good temperature in that.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting that, but if it works out and the whole car starts working on your flying lap, then it should be fine. But the first lap, I was sort of expecting it to be a bit of handful, but I was also quite hopeful that you will be totally able to control it, so don't disappoint me.
Well, pressure's up to me now. I can see some 33.5 already, so that is faster than I did yesterday.
Well, I don't know what was the weather like yesterday and what it's like today, so I can't really compare.
In that case, I do not know either.
Let's see how it's gonna work out. And now I'm gonna go silent so you can focus on lapping.
Not enough turning exit of that chicane. Maybe too hard on the inside curb there.
Yeah, it was totally the inside curve. You just jumped a little and before the car settled.
Little oversteering moment into 6, but unsettles the car for 7.
Yeah, I saw. But with a bit more footwork, it should also settle down. Because guys on the track, it's really important to get this. Your footwork is a lot more important than what you do with your hands. Your way of turning and is very important, but what you do with your feet is way beyond that. If you get your footwork wrong, even the best settings that you can have on a car won't help you stabilize the car. So first thing that you should totally get right straight away is getting what you do with your feet exactly on point or at least close. When you have that, then going up or down on this or that setting actually does something for you. So it's really important for you guys to understand that the biggest improvement even in setups are coming from
too oversteery.
Where?
Well, out of that chicane right now. First lap I understeered in and now I oversteered out.
Yeah, it's also an issue of fast dampers which we can't separately change whatsoever, which is a big shame because I love doing that. But yeah, going down a bit on pressure should also help you a bit on handling. But how much time do you have still left?
I can go out and test the setting. That is a good 2 minutes, I think.
Oh, okay. But just to help you with your confidence, so if you will not feel like you're gonna break away at any certain moment, we will go one click. Let me think about this for a brief moment.
We don't have that brief moment though. Let's see. Yeah, George, I agree. The corner inside there makes the car incredibly unstable, and once you get it right, it's pretty much okay. But if you get it wrong, you're gonna spin it to the wall.
Going a bit higher on rebound stiffness would help that, but I don't really want to do that because it will totally mess up your handling in all the corners. So Yeah.
For some reason yesterday I felt good with having a stiff spring rate, but I don't want to mess with that right now because that will be a massive impact.
It will. It will have a massive impact. So that's up to you. If you have this gut feeling that it will be fine, then have no fear. But if there is a doubt inside you, then maybe you should just
I would
leave
just
it
say
alone and try to deal with it.
we'll leave it like that for a moment and see how things will go out as we're now forming up for the grid. Minute and 50 to go.
Really, thank you, Matt. That's actually this sort of things like this. You guys enjoying what we do actually makes me want to come back every time, every chance I've got. So I even sometimes go on Discord and ask Michi, is there going to be something today or tonight? Is there going to be another guide in a soonish or something like this? Yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
How about doing another live stream and scrap that handball play for tonight? I'm gonna simply record it and watch it in the night. How about going to Formula Sim Racing Winter Series after that stream, like a good half an hour later maybe, and do setup work for Adelaide?
For that GP3 car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I totally feel excitement.
You know how I feel about this car.
I know, I'm feeling literally the same. But now it's top 10 position, and that needs to be moved further down the front. So I did not become comfortable at all with the car during practice. So now it's time to get on some good racing.
Just do that. Just start as usual. So just have a torpedo-like start, and then just try to avoid going on curbs too hard for the first few laps until you get some rhythm for you, and afterwards maybe you should try going a bit harder. But for the first few laps, stay safe.
That was not a torpedo start though.
It's green for me right now. At least it's clean.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
You already went up like one position, so...
Yeah, I'm in 8th. Coming out from 10th. But I would have need to kept with the train ahead.
Nice. Proud of you, boss. guys in the chat, whenever you have a question setup related, why I did this change or that change, why I think this will work or this won't, feel free to ask. I'm here to explain everything the best I can. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm gonna know every single answer for your question that you may have, but at least I will try to give you the best I can. Ooh, pineapple.
No! That was it. That was race done.
Oh.
Yeah, it was exactly what I was expecting in that race. Like, do one mistake and jump over that sausage curb right there. That would be it. I felt that coming. Yesterday it was easy. Like the car balance did not change at all when going over those sausage curb. But today I was immediately when sitting into that car.
Well, as a trade-off, I'm gonna admit that there is a trade-off between having a car which really handles very well, which is faster, but sometimes the price for that is a car which doesn't really like going over curbs. It's a big shame that this car has no four-way damper shock absorbers. Because dialing out both handling and curb riding behavior would be easy as hell. I mean, not easy as hell, but a lot easier than it is right now, which, as you can see, I'm really disappointed that we have no way to actually fix that.
And that was a weird thing, because whatever I did today on that setup, it just felt totally wrong. It felt really wrong. So here is the trade-off thing I'm gonna do right now. Because I still was ready to race. I'm not going to enter the next race session, but I'm going to enter the next test room so we can fix that thing on the setup.
Sure. Exactly. Sorry if my sort of reaction totally messed up your concentration in that corner, with me going like, oh, pineapple. I just found pineapple in my backpack, which I got from a friend. And
No, I didn't hear that really. I was simply out braking, and maybe I was a little bit caught up by the group ahead. It was more like that really, because I wasn't really on a roll. And no, George, it's definitely not your fault. I'm talking about a podium or something. It was actually just my fault, no one else's. I had broke myself, and then that happened. What had to happen? I clipped that damn curb on the inside. And with that being said, that threw me into the wall right there. I mean, it did not throw me into the wall, but I would have had to get away with the momentum and then gonna be overtaken by 2 or even 3 guys. I don't wanted that to happen. But anyway, things have changed now, and really before we do any further track changement or something, I'm gonna get out, set a lap time. Before that, really.
Good way of thinking.
Because every change should not just only be felt in the car handling difference, but also lap time at some point. I mean, the more you get comfortable with the set, the better you feel. The faster you will get out the lap time. So what is really annoying me a bit is when being on initial turn in, the car feels loosey in the rear end.
Yep.
That is what keeps me dragging down the most at the minute.
Okay. I'm gonna already tell you that if you want me to fix that, then you're not gonna like the way the car changes direction, especially in chicanes and so on. But yeah, if that trade-off is acceptable for you, then I'm not gonna say it's gonna be totally broken. I'm just saying that it won't be as good if this loose feeling at the rear end bothers you more than not having really pointy front end in changes of direction. Then okay, we can do that.
To be fair, and I hope, fingers crossed, that I have saved the setup of yesterday.
Even though if you never, even if you didn't, it's not a problem. We can work on this what we have right now, and what I want you to do, if you are ready for this already.
I have it, and I'd rather like to. No, I don't. It looks like it overrode itself.
Okay. Hello, in Japan.
Look, it's not the field of view that is set far back, it's the seat position I've set far to the back. And other than that, it's standard iRacing default things. I still can't get the things together today. It's really, really annoying.
Give me one quick moment. I will just fall down the stairs, grab a fork and crawl back up, and I'm gonna be ready for anything that you want from me.
Okay. Thank you, George, for coming by though. Hope you have a good day. Whatever you're doing right there. So, and I now did change the rear end's spring rate, because I feel that the rear end is some sort of a problem. I'm not saying that it must be too soft, but I feel like it is a bit too soft and therefore bottoming out a little bit too hard on some occasions. And I will have a quick ask towards Robert if that is the case, because it feels in the exact moment when I release on the brake and the weight's slowly getting back to the rear end again, and at the very same time I turn in, but I feel like that the rear end might touch the ground there. I don't know. We will see. And if that does not help really, I'm gonna shoot off right here and go immediately to Formula Sim Racing Winter Series, because at some point it's pointless to do further testing if you just can't get it right on one day. You've seen that in Formula 1 as well. Have you ever seen races where like Kimi Raikkonen was off the pace for no reason? Have you seen races where Vettel was off the pace for no reason, or Hamilton was off pace for no real obvious reason of the car? Well, that happens from time to time with your day-to-day performance not being at highest stake. Like probably mine is at the minute. I feel everything feels totally wrong there. And I just give this another minute or two before saying goodbye, and stay tuned for having a short minute break when we come back.
Let's take it easy. I can already sense that you are trying too hard to get something right, and I know this feeling. You just want to prove to yourself that you are not doing anything wrong there, and try harder and harder at some places, which is resulting in totally backwards results. So,
to be fair, I'm just missing my marks. Yesterday that went pretty well.
Because you are trying too hard, and that's what I'm saying. You just take it easy, just slow down a bit, and it will slowly go back up. Don't stress it. Just slowly, lap by lap, let it flow.
That's actually a good suggestion, because Canada is really a track where you need to have the flow with all those rounding chicanes. I was talking about the layout of Canada being a bit weird to me. I mean, there is not too much space on that aisle at all, and there is a lot of awfully bloody chicanes. All that braking zones is some sort of a little banged and have their issues. So you really have to be in a good rhythm.
Hi Ted. Bye Ted.
Thank you for joining there again, Ted. Hey Antoine. Thanks for joining me here as well. Oh, there we go. Car went already again.
No! 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 Bad pineapple.
That felt more like a spider entering your table.
No! 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 It's just pineapple squirting all over my keyboard.
Oh, interesting guests here on the stream. Hey Antoine. Hey Frederick. Thanks for joining me here. Probably one of the worst moments you ever could join, but oh well.
Yeah.
You can't choose a moment, can you? So is that a buzzer, or is that someone calling me right there? Hey Speed Force Sim Racer, thanks for joining. Welcome to the show. This is probably more entertaining for the garbage guys, seeing what kind of garbage they can pick off the track from me driving on it. Just don't get my stuff right. Not at all. Now Robert, you are very far away from the microphone.
I just sort of pulled the cover off the pineapple and it's squeezed all over my keyboard. It's already okay.
Oh no, that was another revenge call by Sean Cole. I do not even think he's thinking about doing some revenge there. For some reason. I definitely would, if I would be him. I would be so mad at me still. That was contact.
And I thought Sean was about to get arrested at the end of his show. I heard all these sirens, and I don't know what was that bad.
Really?
I told him that I'm pretty sure that they came from him.
Contact. I now think the car is broken.
It's broken. Why do you feel it's broken?
Well, because of that. Just, I think that impact was pretty massive right there.
Oh, okay. At least you are in 33.7 and you already said that the fastest you went in this car was 33.9, which already shows that you improved. I don't know if the weather is a bit faster right now, but
it's faster. It's a lot faster, like 7 degrees less.
Then okay. With 7 degrees less, even 32 should be possible with correct lap.
Hey, Quatriber. Hello, everyone. Guess what? I was the stiffer spring rate though. I want to see the difference with a lower one. But I could think of the fact that that should be a lot slower. So guys, that will be my last adjustment for the moment. I'm gonna bring this to an end by 9:30, to then get the back end ready for some Formula Sim Racing Winter Series driving, because the next race is the upcoming Saturday, and it's already Wednesday and I haven't driven the car since over a week, so I definitely need to desperately get some practice in there. So I'm gonna leave the iRacing side of things and probably plow back towards that tomorrow. I still owe you some Porsche racing around Donington Park. I thought for a split second to swap to that, but that would be probably being all over the place then. So we're going to keep it simple and keep it steady with the open wheelers for today. Well, we're going to see what's coming up on the next days.
Interface, Speed Force, you say. If you are into Speed Force, then you should know what I'm gonna say right now. This house is bitchin', and if you really are into watching this, you will know what that means.
And thank you very much, Antoine, for following and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me.
Michael, you really like my music. If you do, then you can totally message me on Discord and I can flood you with suggestions for more music if you want. I didn't like that understeer in turn 5, was it? The long right-hander that the left and right flowing corner.
Left out 6 and 7.
Okay, then
I did not like the understeer into 6 into 7. The 6 one was considerably okay, but the change towards the 7 one was either too late or in a bad angle.
Okay.
Yes, in your fast, the FSR server is being an open lobby for you guys to join.
I'm really happy to see so many of you here with us, enjoying the time we have. We have 44 people watching us right now.
Yeah, I stop it. It's totally pointless. To be fair, optimal wise I could have gone a lot faster, but I do not think that the car balance is better on the softer rear end. For some reason I just do not feel comfortable with the soft rear end. On the one side
you soften the rear end.
I softened the rear, or I give it a final try. I've softened the rear and the rear spring rate.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Maybe you did that when I was
yeah, I did.
downstairs.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, that would also explain a few things, because having a different spring rate also really affects how your dampers work, because many people don't really know this, but yeah, I think they knew there's things like this, but what I mean is there are things which are connected and things which are really connected, and spring and dampers are almost inseparable. So if you change spring rate, you essentially change the way the damper work on the car. So it really requires a lot of attention whenever you do a spring rate change, and you sort of want to maintain the feeling that the rear end has from weight transfer point of view, then you really need to pay attention to what else you need to do with your shock absorbers.
Thank you for your suggestion there, Paschalis Churches, and thank you for being on the stream. Would you explain me a bit more about this Elite Pack as you speak about it? What does it contain? I mean, Mac Backham is a highly experienced iRacer. I've followed him a bit lately, as I was following all the WCS guys. So I know that he is one of the top-notch guys out there.
Michi, maybe I should create my own pack with amateur data pack setup.
Pineapple setup pack?
Sounds great. But amateur pineapple setup pack. Yeah. I think I've got it. And hey, Paschalis. Good to see you here.
It's all about
And
getting
guys,
that damn chicane
bring
right.
your sisters, bring your girlfriends, bring your moms, grandmoms into the show, because we went down from 2% to 1.7% of viewers which are girls.
Alright.
We still need to fix that.
Now I'm highly annoyed. You're talking about girls and
Why?
me messing up with the car. Anyway, guys, that's it for a minute, and I will have to do some fixing on my back end of the machine to get then the rFactor 2 copy ready for having some tests for the Formula Winter Series around Adelaide. That will come up in a good 20-25 minutes, maybe half an hour. Needs some fixing. The car needs to be, the track needs to be downloaded and stuff like that. That took ages yesterday, so I aborted it. So thank you, Paschalis, that you suggested about this starter pack right there. And yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking about when you turned up the name Mac Backham. That guy is not only quick, that guy is also a very analytical guy. And Paschalis is as well. He went to Core Motorsports, and I think he did some good top 10 result in the IWCS last year. Had some bad luck in between, but I think he got at least a top 10 spot. He was running 4th at I think Spa that was, and then the netcode let him go off track, despite he didn't. That was unfortunate. Pasha may correct me though if that was wrong, but I think you were 4th at some point. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys to see you back later here when there is on Formula Sim Racing around rFactor 2. that's it for the moment. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and love your support. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to every follower that is right here with me on the show. Thank you for every troll making my life so ridiculously funny. And yeah, I hope to see you guys back soon in a good half an hour.
Bye. Tschüss. Cześć.
Whatever. See you.